They ask your exes in Canada about your mental state just to get a hunting. Wait, really? See, like, that's just for hunting. That's not just to buy whatever you want, right? You better blink up or dash up. You're dead. And I see a lot of when the shootings happened the other day, a lot of people are, if you think putting more guns in our schools is the answer, unfollow, block me, this, that. It's like, bro, that isn't the direct solution, but that can help in a lot of ways. Like, I'm like, if we aren't going to actually make any dramatic change, if we, like, security feature, if you took teachers that were willing and interested in, you know, being security carriers, and they went through a rigorous schooling like process and had to pass a whole bunch of shit, and, you know, they could be in a school, that can make a difference. Because right now they're saying it took the police an hour to go into that school shooting the other day. If you have somebody trained inside and you know they're inside, you know who it is, they've gone through everything, that could make, like, things like that can make a big difference. And my wife's a teacher. I'm about to have a kid that's in school. He's already in daycare. Like, there's a lot of things that could be done to start making some changes, and something needs to start being done. Start having an intelligent debate. No, the problem is because everyone, like, the first thing, and everyone goes to the pretend extreme where guns are going to be taken away and gone, and nobody's ever going to have them again. And I fucking hate that, because you're just fucking yourself in your entire argument. You're making it so you'll never actually, like, you there's things that people agree on. There's a lot of people that are like pro guns that would agree. Almost everyone I know that owns a gun would be perfectly fine with it taking months and months and being an insane process to buy a gun, or like to own any gun at all. Like, no problem at all. It's like there's something most sides could agree on, but, you know, they get to about, well, we're gonna remove all guns, or why can't we remove all guns? Like, it's just not gonna happen. Gotta live in a real world.
Lie dormant, follow me. Time will come.
The police are scared. All right. The police aren't scared. They have things and rules they have to follow, correct? Like, they literally have procedures for everything, and they have to follow them. If they don't, they can be liable. They could get fired. Whatever, right? Like, there's more that goes down to it. If you have somebody inside that's their job, they're already there, they're trained to do it, they're willing to do it, they've chosen to do it, you really think they're just not gonna do it all of a sudden? You're just gonna all of a sudden have people that just don't do it? I just feel like that's not gonna be the case. Did that almost just kill me? Like, actually range kill me? That would have been nuts. I don't think all teachers having guns would help at all. I think that's stupid. I think most schools, if not all, probably have somebody who's educated and would be willing to go and learn and go through classes and be like, almost like an air marshal, but for a school. Are you telling me an air marshal doesn't work? You tell me they don't do anything? How is that not similar to having a person like that in a school? How is that not the same exact fucking thing? Many schools have security? No. You're that like, the county I live in is the richest county in the United States. It has a really, you know, compared to other schools, a really solid security for getting in and out of the school, but they do not have someone like a police officer with a gun there all the time. They travel from school to school, they're around, but they're not there all the time. If you think they are, you're trolling. I just autoed that creep. Stupid. Well, I should teachers wouldn't be provided guns. You're jumping to the extreme. When your argument is always the extreme, or you're going and you're only responding to the extreme, that's the problem. Explain to me the difference between an air marshal that's on every flight or almost every flight and has gone through training and everything, and that's their job to protect it, and having the same fucking person in every school. That's his job to protect that school. That is when he signs up to do it, he chooses to do it. How's that not the same? Does this guy realize he's dying? Oh, he got me! No! Thought I could get him. I forgot. No, I don't have mannequins. I'm an idiot. That's why I thought he was dead. Fuck. I don't have man. That's a troll. I'm trolling. You have an SRO. You have a school officer with a gun on your school grounds inside the school all the time, every single day, all day long. Because that's not how it works here, and we have really good security. I don't think you like that. You're telling me every school has that. You're telling me every school in your area had a person with a cop in the school all the time. He was your officer. He had an office. Yeah, but they're not in the school all the time. Don't they travel around? At least here they travel around. They're not in the schools all the time. You're telling me every school that you had that. So there's no way they were. How many schools did you have? Like where I live, there's like 200 schools between elementary schools and high schools in our county. I'm gonna have to Google this now because you're telling me your schools you can walk in and out of whenever you want. You have no security, but you're telling me they pay a cop to be in your school all the time. I find that it just isn't adding up. And if it is, say you guys are in a place where that's the case, then they need to do that everywhere because they don't do that everywhere.
Don't look away. Not a soft. Your left tower is under attack. Simsalabim. Lie dormant. To me.
What the fuck is going on? You Mojo ulted, but we don't go in at all? That's cool.
Be careful, right? Be careful, right?
They just removed them from schools? Yeah, I mean, that's dumb as fuck.
Why did you save him? Enemy ultimate down.
It's ridiculous that not even a change like that is very simplistic in nature is money stops it from happening. It's so fucking stupid.
Your left tower is under attack.
Yeah, like our schools, you have to show your ID, you have to say why you're there to even get into the lobby. And then you have to go through another whole thing, but they do not have an armed fucking police officer there 24/7 in like when they're in school. Yeah, that's how it was too, Riley, or it is here, Riley. But they do not have a like I was talking to Sammy about it. They do not have a person with a gun. Having somebody that's job is to protect it is a beginning answer. It's not the whole answer. It is literally our solution to every security thing is that, and it works. Look at fucking 9/11. How many more 9/11s did we have after they upped the security immensely?
My web expands.
They're not the end all be all, but they are beginning preventative measures, and it's stupid to pretend like they're not. And it's because the thing is, they're simple. They're not difficult. They don't take a lot of work and process, and it isn't a big thing is like the problem with it. The idea of removing every gun in the United States is a big thing, and it's not gonna fucking happen. So you need to start doing the real, like going the realistic route to actually get a change to happen, or we're never gonna have any change. It's fucking stupid.
Jungle buff.
It has nothing to do with the gun's fault. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's a person that does it. These people that do it have severe mental issues. So like, that's what most people I think are really fearful of, is it's something that part, the part that it's somebody that wants to do harm to somebody else, that you can't change. Like, that's not going to fucking change. Those people aren't going anywhere. No, arming teachers would be fucking stupid. Like, just having like random armed teachers, no. That would be fucking big dumb.
Tier list because both are just Pubstompers. I usually go good with Hades solo, and it's only BC good in casuals and low rank ranked.
Yeah, I think yeah, that's a veteran. If you can't have a police officer like fully trained in that aspect, because that would be a completely different training, but have a whole nother separate like job, and it be, you know, you fill it with veterans and people who have the training, and then they go through more training, and that's their job. Yeah, that would be fucking a great start. What is going on? A dog hair on my shit. What's up, Zesty? Thank you for the 8 months. See, Jarvis, that kind of shit, like where, you know, it's a whole thing, that I think that's a good start, as well as making it hard as fuck to get guns. How difficult would it be to pass something that makes it so you have to take a test, you have to be interviewed, you have to fucking do all this just to get a gun? Like, it's crazy that you put the infrastructure in place and then it's there forever, and they just won't fucking do it. Oh my gosh, bro. This kid's just run. Shut up. Making guns as registered cars wouldn't change anything. Because what happened, the problem is that it's mentally unstable people are able to get guns, because there's like a background check is an FBI check, basically. They check your name against lists. It's not looking into, you know, your mental state, which would have to be interviews, which would be like the most important part, really. Outside of making sure you understand the weapon and how it works and everything else. Acquiring a gun in VA, you can go to a gun shop, you can go to like someone who's authorized to sell, fucking fill out some paperwork, and you can have a gun in like 15-30 minutes. Thank you for coming back. No, there's 5 here.
You took a spill there, but get back up. Get right back into it.
When some normal person becomes mentally unstable after buying a gun through however long process, what then? I mean, that's the whole point of having security in place. What happens if a person gets through TSA and had no intentions originally of crashing a plane, but then, you know, changed their mind once they got through TSA? What happens then? Oh, that's right. They have security measures in place to prevent against it, to be preventative. That's crazy. You do the same shit here.
The Gold Fury.
It's impossible now to get into the cockpit. It wasn't like that forever. They changed their rules. They changed the way shit works. They added security. God damn. Why is it that like jumping to the extreme is not the way to argue your point? I'm telling you. You can't skip over A, B, and C to get the D, bro. It's not gonna work.
I am simply the
Buying a gun is about as hard as buying a new lawnmower. Yeah, it's very, very easy. You don't need any training or anything like that. You just fill out some paperwork, like basic, like your name, your social security number, that kind of stuff. Paperwork.
The enemy team has
Until next time.
Interviews aren't gonna do anything. People can fake interviews. So you're telling me trained professionals aren't gonna interview people and be able to have some kind of judge on their mental state, and that won't make any change and won't make it way less common. You're telling me the kid that just bought a gun when he turned 18 and within a month shot up a school that was tweeting and saying all this fucked up shit wouldn't have been found. You're telling me that wouldn't have been prevented. Come on, man. You're sounding stupid as fuck. You can't live in pretend world. In Japan, they have to have like their neighbors and stuff get interviewed and have to talk, like explain to them why, like what type of person they are. They're gonna fake that too. Come on, man. That's the problem. The extremes are bullshit. You can't jump to extremes. That's why the change gets caught up, because you start arguing your dumbass extremes instead of just starting to make steps. Little by little, step by step, you can make a change. But once you start jumping to the extremes, nothing happens. You get caught. It's a what if game when you turn it into a what if game. If you say, hey, let's make a process where we look into your social media, we interview you, you take a test, you know, we interview this person, we interview that, and that's not a what if. That's what's gonna happen, and then you can see it change. You can see what it would have changed. They ask your exes in Canada about your mental state just to get a hunting. Wait, really? See, like that's just for hunting. That's not just to buy whatever you want, right? You better blink up or dash up. You're dead. Gotcha, bitch. It's not just an interview. That's part of the process. You add multiple steps. Holy shit, bro. I hate people like you. You can't ignore the rest of what I said and just take that one point as your only argument. It's not the only one I've said. We've been talking about this for a while. That is 100% not the only one I said. You're fucking trolling. I also said the word, I said have interviews. I didn't say interview the one person. Because in Japan, I know the Japan process is nuts. It's all, most of the key part of it is interviews and why you want a gun in the first place. It's not just interviewing the one person, interviewing the people around the person that wants a gun. Stupid.
Your time will come.
Enemy missing.
Lies dormant. Your time will come. Mend the waters.
Your right tower is under attack.
I have
Oh shit.
everywhere.
Enemy missing.
Skater, skater.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah, aren't most gun deaths suicides? Like a mass percentage of gun deaths are suicides. Which is sad that, you know, those are the things you're jumping between. Why am I fucking so slow?
Twice is nice as a double kill.
Attack! Fire giant!
You're just feeding me kills.
Oh, we can't even do fire. Never mind. Sorry, we can't do fire. They're fucking mages back up.
Attack the gold fury. The gold fury.
Yeah, I've read studies on stuff like that, Riley. Like the people they interview that live through it, or like in the like that live through it and then say like their thoughts in the moment and shit. It's kind of sad. I think Smite stores will be updated this week. I wanted to do it today, but today I had to work outside all day, like literally all day. I didn't even record a YouTube video. I had to do it on stream. The only thing I'm worried is if I update hunters, they're going to change on Tuesday, 100%. Followed. Your thought process doesn't matter. That's the problem. Like, you have this super extreme, what if this, that, and that. It doesn't matter. Literally, having an interview process and something that takes 6 months would have stopped the shooting that just happened. And that's a fact. So there's no what, it literally would have stopped it. Every red flag in the world came up the second people knew his name and were looking at him. So if he were to go through a process of trying to get one, it would have been found out. So it's dumb to play your pretend what if, when in reality, it would have at least stopped that one. And you're telling me stopping one isn't important? Because that's stupid. Because it is. Stopping any of them is important.
Attack! The enemy has fully powered their obelisk.
Oh no, one of my guys got killed.
What do you mean? We're talking about future shootings. This is a shooting that just happened. You're saying it couldn't happen again? What are you saying? Your argument was it might have stopped this shooting, but we're talking about future shooting. What are you saying? Do you not process? That sounds so fucking stupid. You actually sound like a low IQ fucking moron by saying that. What in the fuck was your argument? Please elaborate and tell me you just mistyped or something. For the love of God. There's no way your brain is that teeny weeny. There's no process that you're saying, yeah, it would have stopped the last one, but we're worried about the future one. What? What?
Your right tower is under attack.
You can explain whenever. Type. I'm not stopping you from typing. You just took the time to say, let me explain. Explain, bitch. It would have stopped the last one, but we have no say. It'll stop the next one. Bitch, you just said it would have stopped one of them. End your sentence there.
Inspiring. I have failed you. Attack fire giant. Okay.
Bruh, I actually cannot I pray you misspoke. I fucking pray. I fucking pray to sweet baby Jeebus. What up, Fate? Thank you for the 4 months. He's trying to say the circumstances around a majority of the shootings may be different. Yes, so let's start stopping any of them. You live in a world where you're like this pretend world where you think we either stop everything dead cold right this second or we don't do anything at all. What are you fucking saying? If that's your argument, it's not an argument. You're just stupid. Obviously, everything in the world is fucking different. Every terrorist attack and this and that is all different. They still manage to stop most of them and keep as many people alive as possible. That's the fucking point. Nah, I'm not frustrated. I'm mind blown.
I will suck the immortal out of them.
He's saying how many in the past have had social media red flags, like the Cons Master of the families, and neighbors said he was a good guy and never would have thought. Wait, what? They literally found 1 million red flags on his social media. So if the process to get a gun would involve going through social media and interviewing the person, it would have come up. Like process that. Stop thinking in what ifs. What are you saying? I don't give a fuck about his roommate's best friend's sister's brother didn't know that he liked to fart on a Tuesday. Like, what are you fucking saying? What is your argument is digging so deep to come up with a basis you shouldn't be speaking.
Killing spree, no problem.
Mending waters.
That's a double kill. Deicide. Now.
If your argument is I don't know if it'll stop everyone ever, then that's a shit fucking argument. That is not an argument. That is you need to stop speaking. Probably never speak on the topic again.
What a great show.
Your team has destroyed a right enemy phoenix.
My blessing for you. Be still.
Why did you save him?
I swear, like, that's the issue is why there isn't changes because of that. Like, I swear that's why.
The best.
I literally think that's why. Yeah, you're not gonna stop everything in anything ever. It's not gonna happen. You want to stop as much as possible. So if your argument is it won't stop everything, no one fucking cares if it'll stop everything. You can't stop anything in ever. Like, it's literally impossible to just stop everything. It's not going to be a thing. So stop using that as a comment or argument or rebuttal or anything. It's stupid. It's dumb. Why is that your go-to?